Morning, magandang umaga. This is Dr. Cortez, your business doctor. And we're going to continue the discussion sa subject financial analysis and reporting. So for lesson 6, our topic is financial planning and control. So once again, those who are tuning in for the first time sa aking channel, I'm Dr. Richard Cortez, a business doctor. I am a doctor of educational management and also a licensed professional teacher as well. And these are the topics to be covered for today. Only a handful. You can finish all of this in like an hour or so. So please stick to my tutorial video today, hoping that you can stay until the end of the video tutorial. And these are the objectives ng ating lesson today, the learning outcomes. Example list. The purpose of budgeting systems describe the similarities of different budget. We're going to discuss today, for example, how to draft the production budget para sa inyong mga businesses. Okay, so let's start with the purpose of budgeting system. So we're going to define ano yung budget. The detailed plan expressed in quantitative terms that specifies how resources will be acquired and used during a specified period of time. So ang budget is a detailed plan na nakasulat or written in quantitative terms like in peso, in units, sample units of materials na paano natin gagamitin, acquire, and use yung mga resources na to during a specified period of time like in 1 month, in 1 quarter, tapos probably in 1 year, no? Yung mga long-term budget pa nga, it can extend up to 1 year, beyond 1 year. So the procedures used to develop a budget is called a budgeting system. So maraming pagdadaanan before we can, example, if we want to draft the cash budget ng yung company, marami tayong pagdadaanan. Hindi lang siya basta-basta hinuhulaan or per se or based on historical data para ma-budget ang cash. So marami siyang process as part of the budgeting system. Sa ating budgeting system have 5 primary purpose. You can see here mga purpose ng budgeting system. Bakit tayo nagpa-budget for? Of course, to decide, for example, to plan in how much cash ang ating gagamitin, the cash flow and the inflow ng ating cash. And the system can also help us in facilitating communication and coordination. Communication kasi in one company, pag magbabudget tayo, hindi lang to isang trabaho ng isang department. For example, pag magka-cash budget ka, you should coordinate with the production department. Example, ilan na ba yung ipoproduce yung mga unit for a particular year, example in 2024, no? So bago ka mag-alat ng budget, you should coordinate with the production manager, for example, kung ilang piraso yung ilang gagawin, no? Or if you want to forecast, example, yung cash mga inflow, you should also coordinate with the sales department ng iyong company. mga expenses, hindi lang trabaho ng isang department yan because in one company, there are lots of departments. So you should coordinate with the different departments to come out with a general from the bottom, the budget papunta sa taas. No? And of course, we're going to use a budgeting system to allocate the resources. Ayan. Talang department yung kailangan talaga ng mas maraming budget. Yung production department, they need raw materials. Okay, so ilang pera ang ibibigay natin sa kanila to purchase the materials. No? Kaya ating mga HR department, they need additional manpower for the company. So magkano yung ating allotted na budget para sa kanila so that they can work on kung magkano pwedeng pasweldo dun sa mga prospective employee coming in to the company. And the number 4 purpose, of course, controlling profit and operation. If you want to forecast a particular level of profit, hindi lang tayo nagbebenta. No? We should also control the operating expenses ng company to come out with the profit. Example, a certain percentage lang yung ating mga overhead para sa company. Example, overhead should be 20% lang dapat ng direct labor expenses ng company. And the last purpose of budgeting, evaluating performance and providing incentives. So performance, yung incentive, it will come out pag evaluate natin performance ng mga employee natin. Example, yung department or employee that incurred the lowest operational expenses for a particular period, he will receive a higher incentive. Okay? So pag mag-set tayo ng budget, example, for year 2024, the expenses lang dapat ay let's say 100,000. No? In a certain department, exceeded the 100,000. So ang incentive, kahit meron, konti lang. Pero isang department na hindi lumampas ng 100,000 expenses cost because of their cost control, so they will receive a higher incentive. You can use the actual budget versus the standard budget kung sinong department o tao ang bibigyan ng marami incentive. So, di natin magagamit yung is it favorable ba? Yung actual, is it favorable? Pag sinabi favorable, below the budget, di ba? Pag sinabi unfavorable, you exceeded the budget. And you will get the higher percentage of incentives. So, let's move on sa types of budget naman. Types of budget. Ito yung different types of budget serve different purpose. Marami tayo ditong pinapakitang budget. May material budget, production. So, pag sabing material budget, detail siya. Meron din sa production, detail budget yan. Sales department, sales budget, also detail. Pinag-combine natin itong mga to. So, bawat isa dyan sa ating mga budget, no? They serve different purpose. Example, pag sinabi nating materials budget, ito yung mga gagastos nating raw materials in producing something. Okay? Tapos pinag-combine natin to, we have the master budget. It covers all phases of a company's operation. Bawat department may mga kanya-kanyang budget. Diba? Example, yung sales department meron silang sales budget, the production meron silang production budget, yung purchasing department meron silang materials budget. Pag pinag-combine natin yan, we call that the master budget or the profit plan for a particular year or period. So there is a comprehensive set of detailed budget na pinag-combine natin kanina, covering all phases of the operation of the company or 1 month, 1 quarter, or isang taon. Yeah. So, before you create a master budget, so dapat yung mga different departments should contribute. So parang bottoms up, wala sa ilalim ng budgeting papunta sa taas. No? Para yung budget mo ay talagang nanggaling sa ilalim or talagang detalyado siya. Pero sa mga supporting documents before we can create a master budget. Okay, so yung ating next slide, the types of budget pa rin tayo. So budgeted finance statement naman to. So take note guys, may mga tatlong basic na financial statements sa ating mga organization or sa ating mga company. Ito yung mga financial statement natin that shows the financial position of the company. It shows the result of operation. It shows the cash inflow and cash outflow of the company. So, binabudget din natin itong mga to. No? We call this the pro forma. Pag sa pro forma financial statement, ito yung for 2025, for example, you are already preparing a pro forma or budgeted balance sheet, cash flow, or income statement para makita mo yung picture ng operation ng yung company sa 2025 or sa next calendar year, no, ng taon. Basta sa susunod na taon, you want to know the overall picture ng inyong operations. So, ang pro forma, it shows the organization's financial statement at a specified time. Probably you are planning to have this for the next year. No? And at this point in time, dapat alam nyo na ibig sabihin ng income statement. No? Income statement, ito yung mga magkano ng benta ng company, magkano expenses, magkano kita o net income ng company. That is the income statement. Balance sheet naman, you want to know magkano mga asset, resources, liability or capital, equity ng isang company. At yung cash flow naman, you want to know saan ang galing, saan napunta ang pera. The cash inflow and the cash outflow of the company. Yun ang gusto mong malaman. So itong tatlong to, ito yung mga common FS or financial statement na piniprepare sa isang company or sa isang business. And you will budget a pro forma para sa next season or next year ng iyong company. Okay, so let's move on. So we now start sa ating sales budget. Ang una natin gagawin or to be prepared is the sales budget of the company. Yung ating hypothetical business, the Breakers Incorporated. Yan ang ating company. And before I continue, kung hindi pa nakapag-subscribe sa akin, pwede bang pa-subscribe naman? Pasuyo po. Palambing naman to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Alright, so tuloy natin to. Breakers Incorporated is our hypothetical company. It is preparing budgets for the quarter ending June 30. Isang budget, pwede siyang monthly. Pwede siyang quarterly. Pag sinabing quarterly, of course, that is every 3 months you are preparing your budget. Example, January to March. Isang budget yan, ha? Or April to June. Isang budget yan. July to September. Meron tayong first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth quarter budgeting. Alright? Pwede namang isang taon eh. Pwedeng 6 months, pwedeng semi-annual. It depends on your organization kung anong klaseng budgeting inyong gagawin. Now, yung Breakers Incorporated, mag-set sa ng budget for the next 5 months. April, May, June, July, August. No? Pero yung ang kanilang budget, gusto lang muna nilang malaman, yung pang second quarter lang muna. Second quarter is from April to May. April to June. Yes. So yung kanilang budget, they are planning, for example, based sa nakaraang mga buwan, historical budgeting, no? Magbabudget sila ngayon ng 20,000. Of course, in 20,000, hindi naman nilaan yan, no? Yan ang galing sa mga previous experience ng company. Kung magkano yung kanilang nababudget. Example, nung nakaraang taon, nakabenta sila ng 18,000. So ngayong April din, ng present year, siguro magkaka 20,000 tayo. Or nung May ng last year, nakabenta sila ng 48,000 units. So siguro ngayong taon na to, May, no? Pagkakabenta tayo ng 50,000 units. So historical, yung kanilang ginawang forecasting the budget of the company. Then they come out with April to August, April 20,000 units, 50,000 units, 30,000 units, 25,000 hanggang makaabot ng August na 15,000 units. No? So take note, ito yung mga kung ilang piraso, how many units. No? Then the selling price is $10 per unit. So again, yung $10 hindi naman yan hinulaan, that is based on cost. Kung magkano gastos nila bawat sa paggawa ng isang piraso ng product, then they put in the markup. No? Example, yung kanilang nakagastos sila ng 8 pesos dollar per unit, puhunan, isang piraso, then papatungan nilang 2 pesos para maging 10 pesos na selling price. So that is the cost-based pricing na ginagawa. Na madalas naman ginagawa natin if we are trying to set the selling price ng isang product, we base that on the cost. Kaya we have the cost-based pricing strategy na ginagawa. Okay, so based on the sales budget, palalaman natin ngayon kung magkano na yung kanilang mga budgeted total revenue. So from April to June, second quarter to, no? You're preparing your budget for the second quarter of the year. April to June. Sa previous slide natin, na-mention natin yung kanilang kung ilang piraso ang kanilang budget na ibenta sa loob ng isang buwan, April, 20,000, di ba? From previous slide, no? May, 50,000 piraso, 1,000 units. Then for June, that is 30,000 units. Yung kanilang units forecast to be sold. Then we have the selling price from our previous slide din, di ba? $10 per unit, and we just multiply the 20,000 times 10, that is 200,000 pesos. 50,000 times 10, 500,000. 30,000 times 10, 300. Then sa isang quarter, yung kanilang mabibenta ay 100,000 pesos. For the second quarter, no? So 20,000 plus 50,000 plus 30,000, you have 100,000 pesos. Yung isang month ng April, 200,000 pesos mabibenta. No? Ito yung revenue. It means ito yung benta in peso. Ito kasing 20,000, 50,000, 30, yun ay in units. Yan ba yung piraso sa total revenue amount? Ito na yung pera in dollars. In sa isang quarter, they're planning to sell 1 million worth of units of products. Yan. 1 million. Okay, so do you have questions? Yung mga viewers ko dyan, if you have questions, you can type. You can type in the comment section ng aking channel para masagot natin yung mga queries ng mga viewers natin. Kami na mahal natin mga viewers. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. Next slide. Ito naman production budget. So, before preparing your production budget, inuna natin i-prepare yung ating sales budget. Kasi basic sa business, huwag kang mag-produce kung walang ibebenta. Diba? So, mag-produce ka based sa ilang piraso ang iyong ibebenta. Kasi pag nag-produce ka, nang hindi mo inalam yung total sales in units ng company. So, walang anong mangyayari sa ipoproduce mo. So, hindi sa magagamit. Diba? Example, nag-produce ka ng 10. Ang planong ibenta, 2 lang pala. Diba? So, what will happen to the 8 units? overproduction ang yung ginawa. Inuna natin muna yung sales budget ng company. Okay, so now that the sales budget is complete na natin sa previous slide yung ating budget. We can now prepare the production budget of the company. So ang purpose ng ating production budget is to ensure that production meets budgeted sales and provide sufficient ending inventory. Yan. Pag nag-produce tayo, hindi naman eksakto na kung magkano planong ibenta. Yun lang ating produce, hindi ganon. Magpapasobra tayo. Ganun naman talaga, di ba? That is basic eh. Ang bibenta mo, 5. O sige, magpo-produce ako, gagawa ko, sobrang ko Sobrang ko ng 2. So 7 ang aking produce. Pag plano mong 5 ibenta, produce ako ng 7. Para may pasobra. Okay? Yung pasobra, that is yun yung 2. We call that the ending inventory. Ibig sabihin, dapat may matira. Kasi pag eksakto, paano pag meron pang humabol na na umorder, no? Dapat meron kang allowance at meron kang matitira sa iyong ending inventory para meron kang ibebenta sa kinabukasan pa. Huwag eksakto huwag eksakto. Hindi na pwedeng kulang, di ba? Kaya meron tayong sales budget so that we can work on around the sales budget. Pag ang budget na ibebenta ay 10, di makaka-work around ka dyan, siguro pwedeng 12 ang iyong produce, pwedeng 11, wag lang 7. Diba? Wag lang 8, kulang yan. Okay, so we should exceed the sales budget para meron tayong tinatawag na sufficient ending inventory. So production daw must be adequate to meet the budgeted sales and provide for sufficient ending inventory. That is the reason why we started preparing first the sales budget of the company. So the management of Breakers Incorporated wants ending inventory to be equal to 20% of the following month's budgeted sales in units. Ayan. So, ang ating pasobra or the allowance, no? Itong tinatawag nating sufficient ending inventory. So, sa ating sample dito, ilan yung ating papasobra pag tayo nag-produce? O sa ating data dito, ang ating pasobra or yung ating ending inventory is equal to 20% of the following month's budgeted sales in units. So again, hindi natin hinulaan kung magkano yung pasobra, kundi be based on magkano may bibenta next month. Pag na-determine natin, okay, sige 20% ng next month benta yung ating pasobra or yung ating ending inventory. Right? And on March 31, 4,000 units. On March 31, 4,000 units were on hand. Okay, so ngayong di ba April tayo? April, May, June yung ating i-prepare. Okay, so ngayong buwan, ang ating yung ating beginning ay yung ending noong March. Di ba? So meron tayong beginning. It's important ang beginning inventory. By the way, ang beginning inventory guys, ito yung stock natin or inventory nung start ng month. Sample nung April, di ba? Minsan may pasobra talaga in practice na may pasobra talaga eh. Ibig sabihin, pag April ngayon, merong natira ng March. Right? Kasi hindi naman talaga eksaktong nagbebenta lahat ng March eh. So natira ng March, the ending inventory ng March, ito magiging beginning inventory natin sa month ng April. Okay? May sobra kahapon. May sobra ng March. So beginning inventory ang tawag natin dyan. The management has determined that the ending inventory should be equal to 20% of the sales of the following month. So at the end of March ng last month, may natira 4,000 units. So kompleto na, no? Meron tayong ilang ibibenta. Meron na tayong kung ilan yung ating ending inventory. At meron tayong sobra from last month. So pag kumpleto na to, we can now prepare the production budget. So let's prepare the production budget for the second quarter of the year, no? April to May. Okay, so Next, so next slide tayo. Okay. So, paglagay tayo ng ng 5 columns. Ito yung ating production budget. Okay, baka nalilito kayo, mayroong mga nakatakip. Ito yung ating pag wala pang takip siya. Okay? So, ating production budget. You write here, the series in units, 20,000. Ito yung piraso. Yung second row, ilagay natin yung ending inventory. Kasi ang mangyayari guys, no? Yung ating ipoproduce ngayong April ay based sa benta noong April din. So magkaibang benta sa sa ipoproduce. Ang ating ibebenta ay 20,000 units. Right? So tanong, sir, yung 20,000 ba, yan ba yung ating ipoproduce? Hindi. Kasi sabi natin kanina, dapat may pasobra. Magkano pasobra? Magkano pasobra natin? Sa ating sample, ang ating pasobra ay 10,000. Ito ang tinatawag nating ending inventory. Dapat may matira. Hindi dapat eksaktong 20. Okay? Saan nanggaling yung 10,000? Sabi natin kanina, yung 10,000 should be 20%. 20% daw nung benta sa susunod na buwan. Okay? Magkano bang benta sa susunod na buwan? Ito, 50,000. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, 20% ng 50,000 yung ating magiging ending inventory. So, multiply natin 50,000 by 20%. Okay? So, ang sagot ay 20,000 units. So, ganun, di ba? 50,000 times 20% is equal to 10,000 units. So, ang ating ending inventory or pasobra ay 10,000. Right? Now, sa month ng April, pag mabenta tayo ng 20,000, tapos dapat may pasobra na 10,000, ilan ang kailangan natin sa April? 30,000. Diba? 30,000. Right? Eh, itong tanong, sir, 30,000 na ba yung ating ipoproduce? Hindi pa. Bakit? May sobra tayo noong March. Diba? Sa ating previous sample, noong March, merong sobra. At the end of March, may sobrang 4,000. So yung 4,000, yan ay yung beginning natin for the month of April. Diba? Sobra kahapon, so gagamitin natin ngayon. So 4,000. Right? So kung may sobra kahapon, so hindi buong 30,000 ang ating ipoproduce. Bakit? May 4,000 na eh. Diba? So ilan na ito yung ipoproduce? 26,000 lang. So the units to be produced for April is 26,000 pesos. 26,000 units. Piraso. Diba? So yung ating April ay kompleto na siya. So itong 10,000 na ending inventory natin sa April, diba? Itong matitira sa April eh. Automatic, ito yung ating magiging beginning sa month ng May. Sobra ngayon, so gagamitan din bukas yan. So ending inventory ngayon will become your beginning inventory sa kinabukasan or sa next month. Diba? So let's go to the month of May. Okay, May. Ilang piraso may benta sa month ng May? 50,000. Right? Tapos, ilan ang ending inventory sa month ng May? Ito, 30,000 multiplied mo yan ng 20%. Diba sabi natin, ating ending inventory ay 20% ng benta sa susunod na month. Sa June, 30,000 ating ibibenta, multiply mo yan ng 20%. Okay? So 30,000 multiplied by 20%, that is equal to 6,000. 6,000 yung ating magiging ending inventory. Right? So sa month ng May, ang ating kailangan, ang ating ibebenta ay 50,000. Pero dapat may pasobra. Ilan? 6,000. Right? So sa month ng May, ilan natin kailangan? 56,000 kailangan natin kasi may magbebenta tayong 50 at may pasobrang 6, so 56,000. Right? So ito tanong, sir, kailangan natin ng 56,000. Yan ba yung ating ipoproduce? Hindi. Bakit? May sobra tayo noong April. Diba? Sobra natin ng April. Right? Ending natin ng April, yan ating beginning sa May. Ibig sabihin, sa start ng May, may natirang 10,000. So, hindi 56,000 yung ating ipoproduce. Bakit? May natirang 10,000 eh. Ikaw ba ipoproduce yung 56,000 kung merong sobra kahapon? Di, ang ipoproduce natin, 46,000 na lang. Ay sobra kahapon eh. Di ba? 56 minus 10, 46,000. Right? So sa ating, ano dyan, so ano nangyari no? Yung 10,000 na ending ng April will become your beginning. Kaya may araw, di ba? Will become your beginning for the month of May. So ang ating ipoproduce sa month ng May ay 46,000 na lang. Right? So April and May, tapos na tayo. No? So yung last month, kasi second quarter is from April to May. No? So let's go to the last month. Ito yung June. So given, ilang piraso ibibenta sa month ng June? 30,000. Given to ha, sa ating problem. 30,000. Okay? So kailangan natin magbenta ng 30,000. Tapos dapat na may pasobra na 5,000. Okay? Ending inventory natin 5,000. Saan nanggaling tong 5,000? 5,000 ay 20% ng benta natin for the next month. Ano ba yung next month ng June, July? Ilang piraso ang bibenta sa month ng July? Hindi given dito, di ba? Pero given yan sa ating problem. Balikan natin ating problem kung ilan ang bibenta sa month ng July. Okay. So given. Sa month ng July, magbibenta tayo ng 25,000 piraso. Okay? So ilan ang 20% ng 25,000? Multiply natin. 25,000 multiplied by 20%, it will give you 5,000 units. Okay? 5,000. So ibig sabihin yan, for the month of June, ang ating ending inventory ay 5,000 pesos. Alright? Now, sa month ng June, kailangan magbenta tayo ng 30,000 tapos mayroong dapat matirang 5,000. Ilan kailangan natin? Ilan ang total needed sa piraso? 35,000. Okay? So, this is yung question. Sir, 35,000 ba ang ating ipoproduce? Hindi. Bakit? May natirang 6,000 noong May. Di ba yung May natin, ang ating ending inventory will become your beginning sa month ng June. Natira kahapon, so gagamitin natin ngayon. Kaya meron tayong 6,000 na gagamitin na natira. So pag kailangan natin 35,000, eh may natirang 6,000 kahapon. So hindi 35 yung ating ipoproduce. 29,000 na lang. Right? May natira eh. So yun yung ating yun ang ating paggawa ng production budget per month. Alright? So now, sa isang quarter, sa second quarter, ilan yung ating budget? O, sa second quarter, April to June, ang ating total benta ay 100,000. Okay? Tapos, sa second quarter, ilan yung ating ending inventory? Ito yung 5,000. Okay? Second quarter, ilan yung ating beginning? 4,000. So, ang beginning kasi ng second quarter ay April. Yung ating beginning inventory for second quarter ay kung magkano yung beginning inventory ng April, 4,000. So, ilagay natin siya dito. Okay? So, sa month ng sa second quarter, ilang units ang ating ipoproduce. So, add mo na yung 26,000 plus 46,000 plus 29,000, that is 101,000. So, sa second quarter ng taon, 100,000 piraso yung ating ipoproduce. Okay? So, ganun paggawa ng production budget. Ganun natin hinihimay, no? Yung production budget sa ating analysis. Okay, so I know this one is my last slide, and take note guys, itong ating lesson dito is continuous process hanggang makaabot tayo sa pag-prepare ng ating cash budget. So inuna natin pag-prepare ng sales budget, then we prepare the production budget. Okay, so process to. This one is a series of lesson, series of tutorial hanggang makaabot tayo sa ating cash budgeting. Okay, and with that, I would like to credit Google for all the images na ginamit sa aking presentation, and up to this slide lang muna, and thank you for watching my tutorial, and this has been Dr. Cortez. See you next time, guys.